I could put you in the brig for what you've done, but I won't do it.
What the hell's going on out here?
Out! Out!
3, 2.
Two L's, one pod. We are. What are we, Al? What are we in the scheme of life? What are we really?
Two droplets of moronic idiots that just trying to make $12 a month.
That's it. That's it. We just want to put a smile on your face and a little good food in our guts, and that's it. We're here for a short time, not a good time. Is that what they say on the short cruises? We're here. The cruise director goes, "We're here for a short time, not a good time. So get out there and lose your money in the casino." Is that what they say? Was that the intro for the 3-day cruise?
I don't think
forget.
that's what they agreed on at the meeting, but you didn't make the meeting.
Anyway, I'm Al. I'm Al Romas. I'm in Clearwater. Been for 12 days, 13 days. It's been a nice run. I had the eye gouging surgery, and I'm still recuperating. That's Al Ducharme. He's on the, I'm going to say, Symphony of the Seas.
Correct.
And there we go. And they're at sea today, I believe, and it's a day off maybe for him. And let's catch up with all things Alfredo. Greetings.
Alfredo is in port in the Dominican Republic. The itinerary has changed drastically on this cruise because we were supposed to be in Haiti.
Oh, well.
Yesterday, maybe?
We ain't going there no more.
Which is actually on the other side of
we
Espanol. Espanol, if you don't know, not you, Al, I'm talking to our audience,
Here, now they're
is one of the biggest islands, nations in the Caribbean. And Haiti is on one side, and the Dominican Republic is on the other. So we're on the Dominican Republic side, which is east, and we're in Puerto Plata. So I haven't stepped off the ship in this port yet, and I plan on doing it after the podcast.
Interesting, because I'm going on the Jewel of the Seas Monday when this pod drops, as the kids say, and I'm going to Puerto Plata. I've never been, so I was going to ask you today. I had my notes. Has Al ever been to Puerto Plata? Well, there you go. So I'm not going to get my info in time.
Is it Porta or Porto? I get it.
I don't. I wrote Porta, but
maybe it is. Maybe it's Puerto Plata.
Yeah, I've never been either. Maybe this will become one of their newer. Because you got to figure Haiti's done. Nassau is on the. That's ending, I think, somewhat. But
that's the rumor.
What was my point? What were you saying?
You're going to be on the Jewel, which is one of the older ships in Royal Caribbean's fleet, and
is it old?
It's one of the older ones.
Yeah,
I don't know what generation. I don't know what the oldest one is.
Is that Voyager class?
Is it?
I don't know. I haven't been on it in a long
time. I mean,
long.
these ships are 15 to 18 years old. Some of them are 20.
Right.
Whereas I'm on the Symphony, which is maybe 3-4 years old.
And than that, sir, because COVID's 4 years.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's just 6 years.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Something like that.
They go fast.
They do, actually. You're right.
Yeah.
But the Jewel, as you know, I'm on one of the bigger ships, which you always said, I'm not going to work the small ships. But then you started working them again. You're like, hey, you know what? This isn't so bad.
Balcony days off.
And they've gone into dry dock, and they've completely renovated them, and they look great. And you get a little bit more elbow room because it's less passengers and different energies.
Different energies, definitely, about that. And I was looking at the app, because you get an app, the app for your cruise. And I was looking, I go, oh, I'm not on day 1. I'm not on day 2. Welcome. I mean, about late night on day 3. Could that be it for a 4-day cruise? So I was very excited. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to have days off and late night comedy one night. And then the program, whatever, the production manager emailed me last night. He's like, hey, just welcome aboard. 2 shows. Monday night, family friendly, 35 minutes, and then adult on Wednesday. I was like, shit.
Yeah, it's the only bad thing about that schedule is doing the welcome aboard.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Doing more than 15 minutes is not needed. Yeah.
Not needed. Way too much time, and twice is ridiculous. But
Yeah. Mhm.
what can I say? And then, but it's a 4 day, and we're going to that Porta Plana, whatever that is, Porta Plata. And the next cruise is a 3 day. We're going to Key West, which I've not been in,
Oh,
goddamn, 10 years more or more. So
holy
kind of,
shit.
yeah, kind of cool.
I was going there frequently when I was working on the celebrity lines. And I would go there like 6 times in one year and then not go for 3 years. I'm like, I want to go back. I do like Key West. I
Oh,
love it. You walk right off
best
the ship. You're right downtown. I hit my favorite places to eat and drink.
as a
If I,
port.
if I have the night off, it's crazy.
As a
Yeah.
port, it's the best. I mean, it's the
Yeah.
best port. I mean, there's no, not
It's a
even.
U.S. port. You have
Yeah, I don't think
phone,
anything's
high
close.
speed internet on your phone. And by the way, we make sure
Yeah,
we communicate to our listeners. We love doing what we do. We love performing,
L.A.
but
Yeah,
when we're doing 14 to 17 shows on a big ship for 7 days, it flies, but you feel like you're always working and you have no time to enjoy these places. So when you do 3 shows on a 4 day cruise or 3 shows on a 7 day cruise, you get a little bit of vacation time.
yeah.
So
Why not? It's a
we
guest
love to,
entertainer, so
right, but we
it's
love to
nice.
perform. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
But when they overload our schedule, it's like, they're definitely getting their money's worth.
That's
Uh,
true.
so when you're
That's
saying,
true.
oh, when I found out I had 3 shows, I was like,
Yeah.
ugh, it's not about that. It's about the
No,
quality
no.
and the setup. If you're doing 3 shows mid cruise and on,
Yeah.
it's pretty nice. But if you're doing welcome aboard first day of the cruise, it's a bit of a
It's
job.
it is a job because you have to get there and you have to unpack and you have to get ready just like everybody else, and then you the shows and they're not in the you just find that they're not really they're day one. They're
It's
drinking.
travel
They want
day.
to explore the ship. Travel
Yeah,
day.
they're not
So
focused,
it's not designed for a show by any means, but it's a
especially
welcome
35
aboard.
minutes.
And that's what it is. It's welcome aboard. So it should be a short set to kind of introduce. Here's the comedian. You can come see him in 2 nights, and he'll do a longer adult set. I I get it. They got to fill the time up. So
Hmm.
anyway, 35 minutes, family friendly. But so you do the 4 day, 3 day, 4 day, 3 day, which is what I'm 2 weeks. So they still get their shows out of you. You're still
Oh,
doing. I'm doing 12 shows
you're
in
doing 12
two
shows
weeks
in
as
2 weeks.
opposed to
Yeah.
26 shows in 2 weeks. So,
Right.
but
You're
yeah,
gonna get a
so
couple of days off, and you have to enjoy that.
hmm
It's not all fun and
yeah, I'm on.
games. When you're in your third decade, coming up on your fourth decade of doing stand-up comedy, it's not that you become jaded. It's just like you know what you like, and you think I've been in the game this long. I've earned it to bitch and moan a little bit about my schedule.
100%, 100%. That's why I always read when the guys post about their travel and their, all their nightmares, and it's like because it's so relatable.
Hmm.
We've all done it or do it. It's just the way it is. I mean, there was one the other day. I forget what it was, and they were delayed, and hours and hours, and you just go. I get it. It's part of it. But whoever this, I forget who it was, but they were like in their 70s. You know what I mean? So you're like
Gary
70
Delana.
something year old. And I don't think it was Delana because
Oh,
I wanted to say it was Delana. I don't think it was, but it could have
okay.
been. But, it's just hard, man. It's hard at any age. But if you're in the 70s and you're delayed and you're heading somewhere to do shows that night, I think it was maybe Jeff Neese. He's not in his 70s, but he was stuck in the airport and it was a 6 hour delay. And then when he got to the ship, it was 2 shows. So that kind of thing. You just go, boy, it's tough.
Well,
It's
if
tough
he's
where,
not, it's mandatory now to overnight before you join the ship. But if you're checking into your hotel at midnight,
yeah. It's,
you don't have dinner,
no,
and
that's not an
you're,
overnight.
you're in a different time zone, and you're going
Right.
on the East Coast, you're 3 hours behind. It messes with you,
Yeah,
and
man.
you're right. And it was
It's
funny
hard.
because I thought Jeff Neese, he's a pro. He's been doing this for a long time. He's a funny guy, nice guy. He took a picture of himself sitting on the floor of an airport, and I'm thinking, when I travel like that, you live in Florida. You're a different animal.
Yeah,
I'm I have the credit
iguana.
card. It allows me the lounge passes. I have priority pass.
Yeah,
I have
got to have
lounge
that stuff.
access. Gotta have it.
Have to.
I can take a shower if I want. I can have food. It's included. They pay for
100%.
themselves over the course of a year. If you're dropping $750 on a credit card, you're getting $3,500 back, basically, if you
Uh,
use everything.
no, if you're on the road, like everyone, you got to have those things, especially at a certain age. You get a little older. You got to have those things, man. You got to have clear. You got to have TSA pre-check. You got to have lounges. You got to have status. And I know it's hard to get a lot of times because they move you around on different ships, but you got to have these things. You got to be able to rent a car and not wait online. Just go to Fast Break or whatever preferred and pick up your car and go because it all matters. Because we travel, or I
Hmm.
don't as much, but the travel is a lot more than just the travel. You got to get there. You got to do it. So you guys see these and they're online at the rental car, and you go, really? You don't have anything? You never set up a profile and got a preferred status? I mean, you can't be waiting online,
No.
and you got to get somewhere. So it happens, I guess. And the lounge thing has changed from what I'm hearing. I haven't been in a lounge in a long time, but I'm hearing you can't bring a guest anymore, and
Yeah, certain ones you're not allowed
things
to
are
have a
tightening up a
guest
bit.
or
Yeah.
only one guest, whereas before you could bring your family. Like I
Hmm.
brought my sister and my niece with me. They went on a cruise one year, well, a few times actually, and I would bring them in the lounge. And I had a different flight because they were flying back to Virginia and I was going back to
Hmm.
the coast. So their flight was like 3 hours later, and I took them to the lounge, left them there. They're like, "Oh my God!" because they
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
coffee,
Man, it's pretty nice.
and coffee and food and
Yeah. After
drinks.
COVID, I didn't have any status anymore, and
Right.
then because I hadn't flown in a year and a half or whatever it was, and I got I think it was the Delta. It was flying Delta all the time. So then I got a Delta
Hmm.
Amex card and got the lounges. You got to, I mean, again, you got to have this stuff. So if you travel, it just, some people go, well, I don't need it. You go, well, okay, but
And
you
then
do. You
Jeff
do.
Niece
You're right. Six
sitting on the
hours.
floor, middle-aged plus man,
Yeah.
hanging 6 hours with his
Mm,
with his bony ass on the concrete
mm,
floors with a little bit of a rug
yeah.
underneath him. Yeah,
Have you ever
not
done the day, whatever that, not the day bed, but I think we talked about this one. Those rooms you can rent out in the airport for 6 hours or whatever, 5 hours
it's
sleep.
so funny. I forgot what they're called, but I actually have
Yeah.
access on Priority Lounge through American Express, and it gives you 1 hour free. You can pay the additional if you
Oh,
need to, but I
okay.
haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
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 But
I've
sometimes
never
when they
done
say,
it. I
"Hey,
wanted
folks,"
to one.
hmm.
What's that?
No, I'm going to
I
say
think I lost you there. Go.
when you have a flight delay, you kind of have
Hmm.
to stick close to your gate. And sometimes they don't, "Hey folks, we
Right.
have a little delay here," and you wait 10, 15 minutes before you're supposed to board and you're not boarding on time, and then they take another 20 minutes to say, "Hey folks, we're going to change gates." So this just happened last week.
Yeah.
I was in line to board. All of a sudden, it goes 7 minutes past boarding time, and they came out, "Hey folks, we're having trouble with the jetway. Please stand by. We'll let you know what we're going to do." 15
Hmm.
minutes. Everybody's starting to talk. What's going on? They come on. "Hey, folks, looks like we're going to have a gate change, and we're going to let you know what gate as soon as we find out." So it ended up being a 2 hour delay to
Uh-huh.
change gates,
Sure.
and it became a debacle because the
Yeah.
jetway failed. Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Um.
you want the lounge, but you have no way of knowing that. I didn't. We thought it was going to be like a 20-minute delay, a half-hour delay, and all of a sudden it turns to be 2 hours.
Right. Well, those day rooms too. I'm too paranoid. I would be in that day room thinking that even if I had 4 hours to my flight, I'd be like, "Oh, they're changing the gate right now.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
you can't
getting in
rest.
early. They're letting people on the I couldn't. I'm one of those guys. I can't walk away either. Like when they go, all right, in an hour, but be back, and then they'll go to a bar down the way far
Hmm.
away and have a drink or two. I got to be buzzing around the gate, even
Yeah,
though I know they said an hour. I'm still like, maybe I'll get something to drink, but I'm kind of looking around a little bit, like, what are we doing
yeah,
here?
because
You
sometimes
know?
they say, "Hey, folks, looks like we're going to be delayed. Could be 45 minutes to an hour, but stay by the gate just in case we get an extra
Right.
plane."
Yeah. Yeah, and you're in a day room, jerking off or something, and it's like you missed your flight, and that's hard to explain to the wife or girlfriend. Why'd you
Well,
miss your
you
flight?
can explain
Well,
jerking off
I
in a
got a
day
day room.
room.
I
And I
got a
was
day
jerking
room. I was
off, and they
jerking.
go, "That's disgusting." Well, honey, wasn't like
Honey,
I was cheating on you.
that's true. That's true. I was with, what did they call it as a kid? Rosie, was it Rosie Palm and her
Rosie
9
Palm.
girlfriends? Something like that. I
A
don't
cock
know.
in the hand is worth 2 chicks in a bed.
Hey now.
We got a
Look at that. Boom.
clip.
Whenever my arm goes up, just snip it right there. Snip that arm. Um, I went to the eye surgeon or whatever the fuck.
I do want to talk about that. I'm sorry, I meant to bring it up, but we get carried away with our.
My
little,
left eye is still swollen.
I didn't want
What
to make you
happened?
panic, but my sister is completely blind in both eyes now. My sister had a
This is
similar
information I
surgery. I'm
could have
kidding.
used earlier.
I'm
This
kidding.
is
My
some
sister is
important
perfectly fine.
information I could have had earlier. My left eye is kind of swollen, and but this guy is he's like a New York prick where you just, he knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's doing. So there's no side manner whatsoever.
Right.
So I call and I go, I think my left eye is swollen, might be infected.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, all right, if you can get in here by 10:30, because this guy's always on the move. So he's going to leave at 10:30. Okay.
At least
So I
he took
get
you
there.
in.
He did. I get there, move right in, and he comes in, he looks, he goes, what's going on? I go, yeah, it's red. In fact, he goes, yeah, looks good. I go, well, there's like a little or something there. He goes, it doesn't knock my socks off. I go, okay. He goes, all right, see you in June. And he left. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I didn't.
$90.
No, there was no charge for that. But I got to go back in June. But it was just like, what was that? I don't even know what. I guess I'm fine. It's a slower process. And I'm having dinner tonight. Johnny Shipman, Patreon member, John and Katie Shipman. They're coming into town, and we're having dinner tonight. So I was hoping it would be a lot further along. But what are you going to do?
They know you,
I mean?
you went under the whole procedure, so it's not like they're going to be shocked that Frankenstein is sitting across from you at dinner.
I'm hideous. Turn your head.
I'm not
then
an animal. I'm a human being.
Yeah, I am not an animal. John Rigi, remember that comedian? John Rigi, Chicago guy, ended up writing for like Larry Sanders.
Vaguely.
Really, really, one of those guys. He was like really smart, and it was almost like too good for clubs. And then he wrote
Smart
for
ass.
TV. Yeah. Well, anyway, he goes. The Elephant Man at the time was out, and he said he was on the road in like Alabama. And he goes, I did a local production. He goes, I thought I'd go there. Why not? Check out the local production of and he goes, it really was good, man. He goes, very moving in that scene where John Merrick stands up and proclaims, I ain't no critter.
Not even close.
I ain't no critter.
Ain't no critter.
Are we on a delay here? What's going on? Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know because
there's a little.
I hit the punchline and I heard nothing, and I was like, "What the fuck is laugh? Come on."
I'm in the DR, so our signal. We're on Starlink.
Hey, do me
Elon Musk, but there's people that are destroying the towers and the satellites. They're shooting them out of the skies. They're burning them.
I'm a news blackout lately. It's a shit show, and I don't want to be involved right now. So I'm tuning it out. You know
I got the ESPN on in the background for the most part.
Smart. Yeah. I'm excited for some football coming up. We had a good draft.
We have basketball right now, the finals, and we have hockey.
Yeah, got some hockey. Tampa got eliminated the other night, and what happened?
And the Lakers on the basketball side of things.
Yeah, I haven't followed basketball the way I like the Knicks, and I'd like to see them, go on. But I don't know. The season is so endlessly long, and And then the 3-pointers now are, they're half court. Every time the guy gets
Yeah.
the ball to half court, they're taking a shot. So, yeah. And baseball, of course, is on, but which is great because baseball season's great because there's always a game kind of thing. You can always find a game. So that's nice.
And if you have a delay,
we were
at the airport, and there's TVs everywhere. You can watch them. No sound, but you can see the action.
You can see it. We were
not
down
like jerking off in a day bed, but
well, they can see it. They
that's televised.
That's in that room, and they're watching the whole goddamn thing, and it's sold to the dark web. That's what the dark web people want.
Well, you are familiar with that more than I am, so
I'm very familiar with it. I subscribe to many sites that such. What the fuck? Cut that. Edit all that out.
Right, I'm on it. Let me put a marker on it. Blip, blip.
We went down Clearwater last night, taking Teddy.
Clearwater Beach,
where they built a new amphitheater. So we were walking around the amphitheater with Teddy last night. It's on the water. It's very nice. And people are buzzing around, coming in, and we're like, "Oh, who's here?" It was Tom Jones.
Really?
Tom Jones, 84 years old. He had done a concert the night before at Ruth Eckerd Hall. That holds about 4,000. And then he was doing the amphitheater that holds like almost 3,000. Guy's selling 7,000 tickets in Clearwater.
Wow. Tom Jones, see him while he's alive. Unlike Al Romas, who had an opportunity to see Elvis, but he went to a Mets game at Shea Stadium. What a moron! What an idiot! You love when I put those clips of Will Ferrell in there.
Yeah, and that was as dumb a move as anyone. I mean, it would have been nice to have an adult maybe, guide me the right direction. Go, hey, you know what? You can see my game anytime. This is the King of Rock. That would have been nice.
Well, I don't know what your parents were up to. Maybe they were.
Yeah, they were.
Maybe they were smoking crack before it was called crack.
They weren't involved. It was my neighbors going, and my parents. They didn't care. Like, we're going to Shea to see the Mets, and my neighbors were going to see Elvis, and I got in the family car and went to Shea Stadium. So, but it would have been nice. Maybe my dad.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, he was offered free tickets to go see Elvis.
That's right.
In the early 70s. And
it was mid 70s. It was Fat Elvis. It was,
It was Fat Elvis.
He was done.
He died in 77, so it had to be.
And this was like 75 or.
Wow.
We moved at 70. This was 76. 76.
1776.
Because we had moved to Massapequa in 1970 in 1776, yes. And then
that's when you guys hit the lottery. Your parents were doing well.
They were doing okay.
S&H Green Stamps.
I don't know what's happening, Kelly.
What's going on, Kelly?
Oh, she just gave Teddy because she opened the slider. Teddy came running in 90 miles an hour and then ran out. And then I said, "What's going on?" She said, "I just gave Teddy a bath." So he's got the zoomies.
Ah, zoomy.
Yeah, he's zooming.
I'm the same way. When I have my butts washed clean, I run around and just get the zoomies.
Hey now. Hey, speaking of that, aren't you working with someone this week?
I'm performing with Bernadette Pauley. She's in the next cabin, which is her dressing room.
Oh,
that's so good. we cohabitate together at night in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not passed out, sometimes something happens. But for the most part, we have our own.
Nothing's happening.
We shower separately. We shower separately.
Yeah, who'd want to see that nudity among couples?
She has her cabin is like a walk-in closet. She has all her stuff hanging everywhere, but I'll tell you what, having the two cabins is nice. We didn't get the junior suite because get this, the illusionist hypnosis guy. No, he's a hypnosis guy. What is it? Hypnotist.
Yeah, hypnotist.
Hypnotist comes on. He's on. He's on.
He's a hypnosis guy.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
The hypnotist. We call them
the hypnotist guy. He's on for 5 days with his wife. He's performing one night, and they give him the suite. He's a hypnotist.
I don't know what to say to that. I mean, my feelings on
hypnotist.
that. I'm not gonna. No, it's hypnotist, by the way. Hypnotist, not hypnotist.
He's.
I don't know what you're saying.
He's hippo. He's a hippo. His wife is a hippo with tits. He's a hippo tits.
A hippo with tits. He's a hippo. Clip it.
Clip it.
Oh, this pot is it just sunk into just shit. Now we're just
well, you're
tits. That
recovering
might be the
from
bottom
eye
of the barrel.
surgery. We
Might be the bottom of our barrel.
We have an unstable signal here. I'm in the DR, Dominican Republic.
Yeah, I'm going to be there Tuesday. So do me a favor there while I got you in here and I can remember. Get off the ship, walk around a bit, and see if you see any. For me, see any cigar lounges, a bar, lounge, so I can get off the ship and enjoy a cigar in an air-conditioned facility.
Okay.
Let me know if you see anything like that.
We're just going to go in the port because we were told if you go outside the port, you may never come back.
Well, I take that chance for a real Dominican cigar. I bet no price is probably, I mean, we do smoke Dominicans, and I would hope
most cigars are from here now.
Very reasonable.
You would think. I don't know if they're going to be reasonable right here at the port. I think they're going to take advantage.
Not in the port.
Yeah.
Got to walk outside and
Well, I heard that's.
I'm not afraid.
To save $5 is not worth it.
I'm not afraid. I go out there.
I know you're full of shit.
I go out amongst the people and I see the hippo with tits, and I like to get all sorts of pictures. And Teddy's barking at me. My dog Teddy is a cockapoo, and when he has a bath, he looks like he weighs like 4 pounds. I mean, he does all fur. This guy. When he's dry, he looks like he's 35 pounds, and when he's wet, he's down to 4 pounds.
He looks like a wet cock.
Hey, now what's happening? Oh, a rooster? What? I don't understand.
Oh,
hey, do you ever watch the show? You ever watch the show Body Cam? Have you seen this one on the?
No, that's all new to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
ID channel.
Where do you see
it's cops? The show.
It's cops but it's just camera.
But it's cops in 2025 because instead of the cameraman running, they have body armor with a camera. So it's the show Cops, the same show, but now you don't need cameramen. The cops film themselves. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's actually a very good show.
Are the police officers compensated, or is that under police jurisdiction? Someone has to get paid for that footage. If someone's producing it, where does it go? Does it go to this?
Maybe
station?
A cop fund or something. Because they're not going to be paid as like performers. I mean, maybe they get the cop, what do you call that? PBA stipend from.
Someone's got to get a thing. It's got to go back to the police.
Yeah, probably their pension or PBA or something. But the body cam is amazing, though. I mean, when you see, you're literally seeing bullets fly in the air past them, and
really,
some of the quality of it, yeah. But it's a modern version of Cops, and very addictive. We've been Kelly found it, turned me onto it, and now I watch it when she's passed out, and I'll stay up and watch, a couple hours worth. It's really good.
So when you guys first met and she would pass out, that's when you would make your move.
Right.
And now with all this Russell Brand stuff going on, you're like, I don't want to take a chance.
Russell Brand? What's
Did you
going
hear
on with
what
Russell
happened?
Brand?
Russell Brand had to stop his podcast. 4 women have come out from 1999 to 2005 and claimed that he raped them.
Oh.
And he says it was consensual because that's what you say, right? When those charges come out. But they arrested him, brought him to court.
I don't know. No one's ever accused me of it. But really? Talk about a news. I didn't hear anything of that.
So was that the time that he was admittedly strung out on drugs and alcohol? He was he was an addict. Is that the time when he's like, "Oh, I was on drugs. I was consensual," but he was actually raping them? Or is it 4 different women? They don't know each other. So
I don't know much about him. I always thought he just kind of gross. He always looked like he hasn't showered in a week.
Mm-hmm.
And
talking
and
head.
Then he did that stupid Arthur thing, which saw, but it was the most offensive. That was the only time I was ever offended in my life. I think that they remade Arthur with Russell Brand.
Hmm.
He arrested for that, let alone raping. He raped, the soul of Dudley Moore. But
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything about this new stuff.
yeah, he's in the
I'm not
UK.
that shocked. Are you? Are you shocked by this? Wasn't he married
Uh,
to
he's married. But
somebody?
here's the thing: he's found Jesus. So we, when
Mm,
somebody goes from
of
knocking
course.
Big
Yes, he
Brother
found
and the
Jesus.
man to
Right.
finding God, like within the last year, then
Yeah.
like, oh, you knew something was happening.
Yeah.
Your lawyers got in touch with you and said, hey, they're bringing these cases up against you. Go find God and
Go
ask for
find him.
forgiveness. Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
It's
was it? No,
I
but
tend to I believe women as when they come forward with this stuff because it's so hard to come forward. Even if 20 women come on board and come out and they all don't know one another, there could be one or two that are just jumping on the gravy train to get a settlement because they went out on a date with somebody and they're going to fabricate something. But for the most part, I think most of them were something happened against their will, and now they got to go back. They got to go in court and go through
yeah,
all
but a
this.
lot of these. How long ago are these things? Why do they? I don't. I'm.
99 to 2005.
Yeah. Where were they? I mean, I don't. He probably did it. I mean, why not?
Well, some
I get it.
people are saying it's a political thing because
But why wait? Yeah. Well, I could see that. It's kind of like, oh, you come forward with info about things, and now we're gonna take you down.
well,
Maybe it's
it
the
is.
government taking
Here's the
Russell
other thing.
Brand down.
Let's just say a woman was raped
Right. Let's
and
say.
he's politically against her beliefs. So now that's the reason why she's coming forward.
Hmm. I don't know. I don't know much about this story. It just seems like
How does that
where
get
were
how does
they
it
for
get out?
20 years?
That's what I'm saying.
So you got
How does
raped
that
and
get
just
out? Where
sit
it's
on
like,
it?
hey, if you were raped by Russell Brand, come
Yeah.
to our office and we'll
Or
throw you on the list. How does that
yeah,
work? How do the four women who
works.
don't know one another decide at the same time to come forward? How does someone has to facilitate that? So what do they do?
Right.
The lawyers send out somebody like investigators and start. There were rumors, or you filed the complaint, but you backed out of it. You should come forward now. We have other women. How does it? Somebody's out there facilitating all of
And is
this,
it
and
worth it for
I'm just
Russell
curious.
Brand? I mean, is he big enough to put all this effort into taking
He's
him
he's
down?
a multimillionaire.
Hey, is he multi-millionaire, really? When it's all said and done, do you really believe he's a
Three
multi-millionaire?
million dollars, right? Is multi.
I mean, he seems like a guy who would have spent any dime he ever made
Russell Brand's net worth is $20 million.
up his nose or in his arm or,
He was married to Katy Perry. I don't know what their
uh,
arrangement was. Maybe prenup.
mm,
Because Katy
is a
Perry,
hero.
she's
She's a
worth like
national
one.
hero.
She's she kissed the ground.
She, well, the way she traveled through space, it was quite a achievement when you think about it.
Let's be honest.
11
When
minutes. Yes, sir.
she has she's well endowed in the chest area, and we all know that when she kissed that ground, both of her nipples hit first before her
Oh,
lips.
what a weird take. Okay. I don't know anything about Katy Perry, to be honest. I didn't know she was well endowed. I don't know anything about these people. I think all
Really?
no, I don't care. Katy Perry, who
She's
is she? What?
she's
Name
a
a
big
song.
pop star.
Name a song. Like, come on.
I kissed a
We're not
girl
supposed
and I liked it.
Katy Perry has a net worth of $400 million. She writes and co-writes all of her songs.
All right. We're not supposed to know who Katy Perry is, and you
She
know
had
what I
a
mean?
fireworks. She has tons
Yeah,
of
gross.
top 10
Don't
pop
know it.
songs.
Yeah, but I don't know
She's not
pop.
Taylor Swift,
I
but
don't know any Taylor
she's
Swift
very
either.
big.
Okay.
You don't know
Isn't it years
Taylor
ago
Swift
though?
is very prolific.
I feel like Katy Perry was 10, 15 years ago. That's in my mind. Like that's her.
I
She's
think
not
that's when she
relative
came on the
anymore.
scene. She came
That's
on
why
the
she went
scene.
into space, probably to get back
Yeah.
into. I'm
Yeah.
relative here. No one knows me,
She
and no
kind
one
of
gives a
peaked.
fuck.
She peaked musically,
Right?
and Taylor
Yeah.
Swift is the one that's
Well, she's
taken
real.
over.
Taylor.
Ka-
You got
Katy Perry is a songwriter very prolific. Not like Taylor Swift, but yes.
She wrote her own.
You have to
shit.
appreciate people that are
Do
breaking
you
through.
know that for a fact?
Feeling.
Katy Perry wrote her stuff.
I believe she wrote a majority of it. I don't know if she wrote them all.
All right. We'll fact check that. Did you see Trump? I saw this on the news where he was
Who's
being
Trump?
interviewed on ABC. Your favorite president, and he was being interviewed. Terry Moran on ABC. Have you seen any of these clips? They're great. And then Trump says about the guy that we sent back from Poland, the MS-13 guy, and to El Salvador.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Trump goes, yeah, he had MS-13 on his knuckles. And Terry Moran goes, that was photoshopped. And he goes, what? What'd you say? He goes, that was photoshopped. He goes, doesn't matter. That was photoshopped, though. And Trump goes, why would you say that? Why would you say that, Terry? Huh? I'm giving you a break. Nobody knows who you are. I didn't know who you are.
Wow.
But I'm giving you a break here. I'm giving you a break. And this is what you do? You come after me like this? And he's like, let's just move on. He goes, no, let's not move on. That's why no one trusts you, Terry. That's why no one watches you. Fake news. It was unbelievable. It's like, meanwhile, Terry Moran's been on TV for 25 years. Everyone knows who he is. You know, I'm giving you a break here. No, he's not a 19-year-old kid. You know, it's so horrible. But whatever. I don't want to get into that. But anyway, the clips are fun to check out.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And there's so many people. I agree. There is a lot of fake. There is
yeah.
a lot of fake news. It's not coming from nowhere. But Trump has so many people brainwashed that follow him. It's unbelievable. There are people that just vote for him because they don't want the Democrats in. I get that too.
Yeah.
But there are so many people that believe every word he says.
I wonder if they still do.
And they all lie.
I
wonder
if the real
Biden,
real MAGAs.
Pelosi, they all
of course.
lie. Yeah.
Right. But I wonder if the real MAGAs are starting to be like a little bit like, ooh, like.
Well, that's being reported
now. I don't know if he is our guy or not.
And we don't know who's reporting that. We keep hearing, a lot of people that voted for him they're feeling sorry. You say, really? Have genuine polls been taken? Are people coming forward?
Well,
do you come forward? If you're all in on Trump, do you come forward and say, I don't like what's happening right now. I wish I didn't vote for him. Are you doing that? Or are you just being quiet and still putting on the fake cheerleading? He's great. Yeah. He's going to turn. Yeah. I mean, come on. Do you want to admit?
You have to be.
I'm not saying there's no one that doesn't think that way. The people that are getting ready to retire and all of a sudden their 401k just dropped a big chunk. Yeah. And like, hey, wait a minute. I'm not going to get my extra $4,000 a month.
No. I agree. But I don't want to get into.
I don't know. We don't really get political here. I'm just I'm trying to be
political
ambiguous.
Dicks. Political dicks. That might be
dicks will return after this.
We'll have you and I in our suits and hats, and we could debate politics. Political dicks. On the next, we'll debate Eisenhower versus Kennedy. You know, from when we were detectives back in the day, which could be coming soon again. We have a few days working together this summer.
No, they keep trying to bump us. They keep trying to divide us.
On the old cruise ship. I know. I got moved. I'm getting moved. Hey, this dog. Ted, come on, please. Thank you. Yeah. But we do have a few days, so but this is not easy with this delay, Alfred. I got to be honest. No.
It's okay. I'll fix it in post. Fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
It's like as I'm talking, I'm thinking, am I even on right now, or is he hearing me? And I can't tell.
I'm hearing most of you. It will drop off sometimes here and there, but you'll get a long stretch in. I think if we're overlapping, it takes the bandwidth away, and it causes a little bit of a hiccup. So sometimes I'm just silent till you get your whole thought out, which sometimes takes fucking forever. I'm guilty of the same.
You are. Tonight, going to Roots, Chris.
My little favorite stopover when I'm not going to Charlie's.
Yes. I'm going to go with right now at 11 a.m. or whatever it is. I'm thinking New York Strip, but who knows? Could be talked into maybe something a little bigger. Maybe
I thought you were going to the other place. You guys with the Shipmans, you changed the venue.
Oh, yeah, that one we had they only had a resi at 5 o'clock, and they're getting in at 1:30, and he wrote and said, "Hey, can you move the time? It's a little tight for us, maybe a little later." And I tried, and then there was nothing else available.
Sure.
So then I looked at Ruth's Chris, and they had a little something, and I said, "Hey, what about Ruth's Chris?" He's like, "Yeah, great." So the other one originally that was more for Kelly because it's more of a vegan
right
menu, whereas Ruth, she's got some couple of options, but not a ton of options, But it's a steakhouse,
and when is this happening tonight?
You don't need meat. Tonight!
Because coincidentally, we have been invited to dinner. Bernadette and myself have been invited to Chops, which is the steakhouse on board the ship. And Bernadette is in a similar boat as Kelly. She doesn't eat the chicken or the red meat. She eats the fish and the that's it, veggies. So, but we looked at the menu and they had bronzino, they had salmon, they had shrimp. So she's covered. She's covered.
All right. Who invited you? What does that mean, invited?
Cruise director.
Oh, okay.
Cruise director's taking us to dinner.
Nice.
You're not the only one.
Picking up the tab. That's what No, I didn't know if you meant invited or invited.
Oh, he said, I'd like to take you guys to dinner.
Yeah, that's great. That's what I meant.
So Bernie's servicing him right now in her cabin next door.
Well, whatever happens, happens. Who's the cruise director there?
John Grantham, my buddy from Celebrity from years ago. And he's now been moved over. He just started back 2022.
Never met him.
Yeah, nice guy.
He doesn't work the big ships. Anyway.
He's on the big ships.
I've never met him.
This is Symphony.
Yeah, it's not that big. No.
They move him around. They move him around.
No, I don't know. I don't know this character. But when they opened, and but remember Chops was like $20 when they first came out. That was it. It was $20. Anything.
What is it now?
There you go. It's like $80 per person.
I think on the Icon it is. I think here it's 65.
Okay. Well, on the Icon it's 80, and on the menu for the better cuts of meat,
you got to pay a. Yeah.
So it's like, wait a second, I'm paying $80 cover, and if I want the whatever porterhouse, it's an extra 40. And you go, what do we? Because that took away the whole idea of what it was originally.
They only have one
kind of like
here. They have everything is the same price no matter what cut. But if you want the lobster, it's an extra $21. That's the only price that was on the menu that was up.
That's only up.
I was surprised by that because Bernie said she said that Utopia, and I guess what you say is the Icon. There's all up prices unless the menu outside is different.
It might be different because I was at a Chops on Wonder or some Symphony type, but they had the same thing. It's like 3 boxes in the middle of the menu.
I lost you on that whole thing.
All right. I don't.
Your internet connection is unstable because we're in the DR. And I'll tell you right now, my signal, I'm looking at my computer right now, it's 2 bars and it was 4 before. So my cabin is the perpetrator in this regard. Hold on.
Alfred is walking away now.
Left my door ajar to see if it made a difference.
Your door is ajar. You know how high you have to be to think your door is ajar?
Oh my God, the 90s are back with stand-up comedy.
Who did that joke?
I don't know.
You're not a historian.
No, I'm not.
Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks, check him out, young people.
The late Bill Hicks, who I met in person, and I put him up at the Boston Comedy Club when he was running his set for the Letterman show, which was not aired until like 15 years later.
Ironically, I was working Caroline's with him that weekend of the Letterman shoot. And he got cut, and he was
out of his mind.
Yeah, he was very sad and hurt and depressed, and but yeah, so that's weird. You saw the set run in Boston, I saw the set because he did it every night. He was like, "This is the set that you're not allowed to perform on television." I thought we had freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah. He went off on a fucking rant. But did you ever see a couple of years later when after Hicks passed and his mom
came on Letterman.
And Letterman made up for he aired the
He
set.
apologized. Said there's no reason. Yeah, he said no reason why I shouldn't air that because he died of stomach cancer at like 37 or something like that.
I think he was younger than that because
maybe 34.
Early 30s.
Wow,
which is insane. And that guy, I'd worked with him a few times. I always thought he was like 20 years older than me.
Yeah,
and we're
old
the same
soul.
Same age,
Yeah.
but basically he was a year older. But he started comedy at like 14. He'd sneak out of his house and go to the Comedy Annex in Houston.
Chappelle was 17, yeah.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy, Richie Minervini would guest on our podcast. Would put him up at the East Side Comedy Club while Mrs. Murphy would sit in the car waiting because Eddie couldn't drive and he couldn't be he wasn't allowed in the club, couldn't drink. So his mother he'd run into his set and
she said, "Well, he's not going to play basketball or football, so let's give this stand-up comedy thing a shot and get."
Are you saying the Negro can't do anything else besides sports to succeed
they can jump.
in the world? Oh,
I know you can't jump.
Wow, geez, New England doesn't leave you even after all these years in sunny California.
And my brother from Long Island is very similar. I'm pretending to be a racist, okay? I'm pretending and making fun of the racist, of the bigot.
Yes.
It's not even racism. It's just the undertones of it. It's like your question. Is that what is?
It's all true. I mean, stereotypes are true. I don't give a fuck what they say. And by the way, that word bigot, that's kind of fallen out of our vernacular.
I'm bringing it back.
Yeah. But don't you think? Because remember, All in the Family, Mike would call Archie a bigot.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't hear that word anymore for racist.
It's not in our vernacular these days.
Racist or why? Why am I racist? It's all true. My dog is scratching at the glass door right now, which means he has to go out. So I'm hoping Kelly will respond, or else I'm going to have to take my dog out.
I understand. So you're saying basically we're going to be wrapping it up soon on this wonderful podcast. This is another one that went in the toilet.
This one didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen at all.
This didn't happen at all.
I'd have to spend 17 hours on editing this to put all the fireworks
much time on. There wasn't much going on. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time.
Folks, if you made it this far, we apologize for the past 42 minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna
of your life.
We'll reissue your Patreon.
Can you
money for this month.
recap what's happening? You're doing Ruth Chris tonight.
I'm doing Ruth's Chris. The name people never understand. Why is it called Ruth's Chris? Anyway, Ruth's Chris tonight with the Shipmans. Johnny's coming down for his birthday, and then I go on the Jewel of the Seas on Monday, and you're on the Symphony till what are we saying? Oh, hold on, Cal. I think he has to go out. He was hitting the glass on the.
I think he just wanted in with you.
Oh, okay.
I just get him out before his bath.
Oh, you had him out before his bath. You want to say hi on camera? No, Kelly's in her scrubs.
She's doing it remotely.
She doesn't want to be seen on.
She's
camera.
A remote person, so she's
Hold on, let me
camera ready.
Let me pick up Ted. You can see the wet Ted dog.
We're going to see the wet cockapoo. The wet cockapoo. Let me see him. I don't see him.
Al, I gotta get him.
Oh, you want me to cover? I thought you were going to lift him up in front of the camera. You're retrieving the retriever. This dog, they spent like $5,000 on this dog, and he's done about $10,000 worth of damage in their condo. And he barks at everything that moves. So if the wind blows, he's barking. If you reach for something, a cup of coffee. Oh, there he is, Tedward. Teddy can't hear. Oh, Teddy can't hear me.
Oh, wow. There's Ted.
Wow, no wonder why Kelly didn't want to be on camera. Oh, that's Teddy.
I can't hear you since I'm sitting on my earbuds, but there's a freshly bathed.
You know what? He's licking your face after he was licking his genitals and
bidding the 2 bits.
Yeah, he was licking his ass and now he's licking your face, but he has a clean ass.
Teddy on the mic.
Teddy on the mic. Let me see if I can grab a screenshot here. Let me do that. I'll do
You
it
got
right
it?
now.
All right.
No.
right, Ted, we put you down.
No. God damn it. I wasn't ready. I snapped the picture when you put him down.
Dude.
I had to go in. I had to do a screenshot. I had to do Command Shift 4 and make
All
the
right,
square. And you went, how's that?
I'm gonna pick him up again because I think a picture would be funny for the
I agree.
thumbnail. All
Okay.
right, hold on.
Say cheese. There we go. Got it.
Did you get it?
I do.
Good.
I did get it. It's pretty funny. Let me see if I can message you. How can I? Let me. I'll send it to you regular.
Okay.
I'll send it to you text. Let me see
Are
if
we
I can
still on? Are we still recording?
We're still recording.
All right, good. This is this one. Kel,
Yeah,
wait
this
till
is-
you hear this pod.
Yeah,
What is that?
it's
Pile of
it's
steaming
horrendous.
turds.
Yeah, it's
Ugh.
pretty horrendous.
Good God.
Okay, I'm trying to send this to you,
Yeah.
and I hit all the appropriate buttons.
Hit them all.
All
Hit
right,
them all again.
I'll get it to you.
All right.
It's a screenshot. Photos. It's a
right.
drag and drop. All right, we'll get it to you. All right, so recap, you're doing the dinner tonight with the Shipmans, and then you're going to jump on the Jewel.
Yep.
I'm going to be finishing up this on Wednesday. I will fly to the West Coast for 1 week, and then I will fly to New York City and rendezvous with her. We will spend a week in New York City. We're going to go see Bill Burr in Glengarry Glen Ross on Broadway, and I think we're going to go see George Clooney's
Good night
play as well.
and good luck.
Yes. Yeah, also the daughter on Succession, she's doing a one-woman show. So I'm gonna see what we can do there. Of course, we have comp tickets for Bill, so maybe we can pull the trigger on a couple $100 per ticket on those other shows if we can get them that cheap. I don't even know
I
if we
thought
can
the
get them.
movie Good Night a snooze. I mean, I don't know about the show play, but I don't remember liking that movie at all.
It wasn't
It
your
was
thing.
just like no.
Clooney
no.
directed that.
Yeah, wrote, directed. But he in the movie he wasn't Murrow.
No,
Now he's playing Edward.
that was
R.
David
Murrow.
Stratham, right?
Right. That guy's underrated. Always good.
Oh my God, he's such a great actor.
That's Jason Bourne.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Yeah. He's always he's great in that kind of role where because he looks like and is always it's like a nice guy. They make him evil. Like they made him like this. He was a nice guy, but he's also running those CIA programs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like that kind of casting where you go, that doesn't fit, but then
He makes it work.
Jason Bourne.
It's so funny. He's a sought after actor. Everybody wants to
Mhm.
work with him, but he's not blockbuster guy, so they can't hook him
Right.
up with commercial shit. He's not a
right,
draw.
right. Yeah, but it would take one movie if you put him in the right movie and it hit, and then all of a sudden people be talking like he'd be one of those things going, "Who the fuck? That guy's been around forever. He's great."
Yeah, and he
So,
can
yeah,
star
you know.
and carry a film, but it's
Yeah.
the right
He has
chemistry of the right, to sell the tickets or to be a blockbuster. He doesn't have that. He could be a part of something.
Yeah, and now he's
where it
probably
stars someone else. He doesn't have star power, but even though
No.
he's sought after, his work is incredible. He might even fall into the character actor category.
and he has one of those last names I can't pronounce, so I've
Yeah,
never been able to say his
same
name.
here.
What is his last name? Do we know? Strathern?
Stratham,
That's not
Straighten.
good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
needed
Ducharme,
one of those.
Ducharme, Dutchmeyer.
Yeah, he needed one of those agents from the 20s. They'd be like, "All right, that last name sucks. From now on, you're Cary Grant." You know, one of those deals.
Yeah.
You know, David Stratford?
Strap
No,
on.
no,
you
no,
gotta
no, no.
Strap on.
Yeah, fuck that. Now you're Rock Hudson. How about that? Rock Hudson.
And
Yeah,
don't
one of
tell
those
anybody
guys.
you're gay, Rock. This guy will knock you to Mars. I just took two characters and
Yeah.
see that?
Yeah, man. All right. Well, enjoy Perdo, Plata, Plena, and let me know if there's any, if you see anywhere I could sit in an air-conditioned building and enjoy a cigar and a cup of Joe. Otherwise, say hi to Bernie. Do you have a printer? Do you have a printer? That's you at 5 a.m. in my condo.
Arrivederci.
Do you have a printer? I need a printer.
Adios.
I need a printer. I got everything
See
together.
tomorrow.
I thought you did everything. I need a printer. I didn't print my papers. I've been up all night.
Will you just say peace and wave to the Patreon members and Kelly?
Peace.
So long, Al. Have a good trip.
Iceberg, jaded.
Don't forget to review us and rate us. It really helps.
The Talking Dicks became friends at a very young age, and the rest is history.
A feeding frenzy quickly develops.
This is the Two Owls, One Pod podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Done.
I didn't kill my wife. I don't care.
We'll fix it in post, you son of a bitch.
All right.
Okay, so.
Subscribe. Mary, this was a horrible mistake.
Patreon.com/2owls1pod.
If you shoot me, you won't see a cent of that money. Why?
I think it ends on that. That's beautiful.